Translating in one's head while learning a new language is a common challenge that many individuals face. This habit often stems from a deep-rooted reliance on one's native language as a reference point for understanding the new language. The process of mentally translating every word or sentence can significantly slow down comprehension and hinder fluency in the target language. To effectively master English or any other language, it is crucial to break free from the habit of translating everything in one's head. This impediment not only consumes time, but also restricts the individual from thinking and expressing themselves naturally in the new language. By understanding the underlying reasons for this inclination to translate internally, learners can take proactive steps to overcome this obstacle and progress towards fluency. The process of internal translation can be a barrier to achieving a high level of proficiency in a new language. It can impede the development of natural conversational skills and hinder the ability to think in the target language spontaneously. Therefore, it is essential for learners to recognize this challenge and adopt strategies to eliminate the need for constant translation during language acquisition. By delving into the reasons behind the tendency to translate in one's head, individuals can gain insight into how to effectively address this issue. Overcoming the habit of mental translation is a crucial step towards mastering a new language and attaining fluency. In this video, practical tips and techniques will be provided to help learners break free from the confines of internal translation and progress towards seamless language comprehension and expression. The importance of immersion in English. Immersion means deep mental involvement in something. You can use word engagement for immersion. Mastering English language skills requires immersion in the language to achieve fluency and stop translating in one's head. Immersion involves surrounding oneself in English, whether through conversations, reading, or media consumption. Here are key reasons why immersion is crucial. Improved vocabulary. Immersion exposes individuals to a wide range of vocabulary used in different contexts, helping them expand their word repertoire and understand nuances of meaning. Enhanced pronunciation. By listening to native speakers during immersion, individuals can improve their pronunciation and speech patterns, making their communication more natural and easily understood. Better understanding of grammar. Immersion allows learners to observe grammar rules in practice, helping them internalize the structures of English sentences without relying on translation. Cultural understanding. Immersion provides insight into the cultural aspects tied to language use, such as idioms, metaphors, and expressions, enabling learners to communicate more effectively and appropriately. Increased fluency. Regular exposure to English through immersion accelerates the learning process and enhances fluency by training the brain to think in English rather than translating from another language. Immersion activities into one's English learning routine, such as watching English movies, participating in conversations with native speakers, and reading English books, can significantly aid in mastering the language and breaking the habit of translating in one's head. By immersing oneself in English, learners can internalize language patterns, improve their communication skills, and gain confidence in using English naturally and fluently. Building vocabulary and thinking in English. Reading extensively. Encourage reading a variety of materials in English, such as books, magazines, and online articles. This exposes learners to new vocabulary and helps them understand different contexts. Using flashcards. Create flashcards with new English words and their meanings. Regularly reviewing these flashcards can help learners retain vocabulary more effectively. Engaging in conversations. Practice speaking in English as much as possible. Having conversations with native speakers or language partners can improve vocabulary and help learners think in English. Writing regularly. Encourage writing in English daily, whether it's journaling, creating stories, or writing essays. This practice can help learners express themselves better and solidify their vocabulary. Learning word roots and affixes. Understanding common prefixes, suffixes, and root words can help learners decipher the meanings of unfamiliar words and expand their vocabulary. Using vocabulary building apps, there are various apps available that offer games and exercises to enhance vocabulary skills. These can be a fun and interactive way to learn new words. Practicing mindfulness, encourage learners to be present in the moment and focus on English thoughts without relying on translation. This can help in developing a more natural thinking process in English. Setting language goals, encourage learners to set achievable language goals, such as learning a certain number of new words each week, or participating in English conversations regularly. These goals can motivate learners to actively improve their vocabulary and thinking in English. Practicing active listening and speaking in English. To improve English fluency, individuals should practice active listening by engaging in conversations with native speakers or other English learners. Active listening involves giving full attention to the speaker, understanding their message, and responding appropriately. Joining language exchange programs or conversation groups can provide valuable opportunities to practice speaking and listening in English. It is important to focus on understanding the meaning of the words being spoken rather than translating them in one's head. Practicing speaking in English regularly can help individuals become more confident and fluent in the language. Individuals can also record themselves speaking English and listen back to identify areas for improvement. Practicing pronunciation and intonation through language apps or with the help of a tutor can also be beneficial. Engaging in role-playing scenarios or debates can further enhance speaking skills and boost confidence. Incorporating English into daily activities, such as reading books, watching movies, or listening to podcasts, can also improve overall language proficiency. Continuous practice and regular exposure to the English language are key to reducing the habit of translating in one's head and becoming more fluent in English. Exploring cultural context and nuances. Mastering English goes beyond just understanding grammar and vocabulary. To truly stop translating in your head, it is essential to delve into the cultural context and nuances of the language. Understanding cultural references, idioms, and slang can significantly improve your comprehension and fluency. Watching English movies, TV shows, and reading literature can expose you to various cultural aspects embedded in the language. Immersing yourself in English-speaking environments, either physically or virtually, can help you pick up on subtleties that are not always explicitly taught in textbooks. Engaging with native English speakers or joining language exchange groups can provide valuable insights into the cultural nuances of the language. Paying attention to the tone, gestures, and body language used in English communication can also enhance your understanding of the underlying cultural context. Being aware of cultural taboos and customs can prevent misunderstandings and help you communicate more effectively in English. Embracing cultural differences and being open-minded can enrich your language learning experience and help you master English more effortlessly. By immersing yourself in English culture and context, you can move beyond mere translation and truly internalize the language. Utilizing language learning apps and tools. Language learning apps and tools can be incredibly helpful in improving English proficiency by providing interactive lessons, vocabulary practice, and grammar exercises. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, and Rosetta Stone offer structured lessons tailored to individual learning styles. Utilize flashcard apps such as Anki or Quizlet to strengthen vocabulary retention and recall. Language exchange platforms like Tandem or HelloTalk connect language learners with native speakers for real-time practice. Incorporate language learning podcasts, YouTube channels, or audiobooks into your daily routine for listening practice. Grammarly and Hemingway Editor are beneficial tools for improving writing skills and grammar accuracy. Online platforms like Khan Academy or Coursera offer English courses to enhance reading, writing, and comprehension skills. Set achievable goals using productivity apps such as Trello or Todoist to track progress and stay motivated in language learning. Join online language learning communities or forums To interact with fellow learners, seek advice, and share resources for continuous improvement. Leveraging these language learning apps and tools alongside regular practice can aid in overcoming the habit of translating in one's head and facilitate a smoother transition to thinking in English. Overcoming fear and lack of confidence in English communication. For many language learners, fear and lack of confidence can be significant barriers to effective English communication. Here are some strategies to overcome these challenges. Practice speaking. One of the best ways to build confidence is to practice speaking English regularly. This can be done through conversations with native speakers, language exchange partners, or even talking to yourself in front of a mirror. Set realistic goals. Setting achievable goals for improving your English skills can help build confidence. Start with small, manageable goals and gradually increase the difficulty as you progress. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement can help boost your confidence and motivation to continue improving. Focus on improvement, not perfection. Remember that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Instead of striving for perfection, focus on continuous improvement and learning from your errors. Use positive affirmations. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations to help build your confidence. Remind yourself of your progress and capabilities in learning English. Seek support. Joining language learning communities or seeking guidance from language tutors can provide valuable support and encouragement. Surrounding yourself with people who are also learning English can help you feel more comfortable and motivated. Step out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself by engaging in activities that require English communication, such as giving presentations or participating in group discussions. Pushing yourself out of your comfort zone can help you build confidence over time. By implementing these strategies and staying committed to improving your English communication skills, you can gradually overcome fear and lack of confidence, leading to more effective and confident communication in English. Joining English conversation groups and language exchanges. One effective way to stop translating in your head and improve your English language skills is by joining English conversation groups and language exchanges. These provide a conducive environment for practicing speaking and listening in English without the need for translation. Here are some benefits and tips for making the most out of these opportunities. Benefits of joining English conversation groups. Exposure to natural English conversations. Practice speaking in a supportive environment. Receive feedback from native speakers and other learners. Tips for making the most of language exchanges. Be an active participant and engage in conversations. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, it's part of learning. Take notes on new vocabulary or expressions to study later. By participating in English conversation groups and language exchanges, learners can build confidence in their English skills and gradually reduce the habit of translating in their heads. It allows for a more natural and fluent way of communicating in English. Seeking feedback and continuous improvement. Seeking feedback from others is a vital part of the process when trying to master a new language like English. It provides valuable insights into areas that need improvement and helps identify patterns or habits that may hinder progress. By actively seeking feedback, individuals can receive constructive criticism that can lead to more effective learning strategies. Engage in conversation. One of the best ways to receive feedback is by engaging in conversations with native speakers or fluent English speakers. This allows for real-time corrections and suggestions on pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary usage. Language exchange partners. Finding a language exchange partner can be beneficial as it allows for mutual feedback. This way, both individuals can help each other improve their language skills through practice and constructive criticism. Utilize language learning apps. There are various language learning apps available that provide feedback on pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. These apps often have interactive exercises and quizzes that can help pinpoint areas for improvement. Continuous improvement is key to mastering English without translating in your head. By consistently practicing and seeking feedback, individuals can gradually eliminate the need to translate and start thinking in English naturally. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Ken Blanchard. Feedback acts as a compass, guiding learners in the right direction and highlighting areas that need attention. Embracing feedback with an open mind and a willingness to improve is essential for anyone looking to achieve fluency in English. Developing daily English habits and routine. Developing daily English habits and routines is crucial in mastering the language and stopping the habit of translating in one's head. Here are some effective strategies to help in establishing English as a primary language of thought. Immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself with the English language as much as possible. This can include watching English movies, listening to English podcasts, reading English books, and even changing the language settings on your devices to English. Practice regularly. Consistent practice is key to developing fluency and internalizing the language. Set aside specific times each day for English practice, whether it's through writing, speaking, or listening exercises. Engage in English conversations. Practice speaking with native speakers or language partners. Engaging in conversations helps improve fluency and leads to a more natural thought process in English. Keep a journal. Writing in English regularly helps reinforce vocabulary and grammar rules. Keeping a journal also provides a space to practice thinking in English without the need for translation. Use English in daily tasks. Incorporate English into your daily activities, such as making grocery lists, writing emails, or even thinking out loud in English. This habit helps in internalizing the language and reduces the tendency to translate. Set language goals. Establish clear language goals to track your progress and stay motivated. Whether it's mastering a specific number of words per week or holding a conversation entirely in English, having goals helps maintain focus and consistency. By adding these strategies into your daily routine, you can gradually shift from translating in your head to thinking naturally in English. Consistent practice and immersion are key pillars in mastering any language, and with dedication, you can achieve fluency and confidence in thinking in English.